What's going on? I'm KMBest, and today we're going to be talking about a Sera deck that takes a little bit of a different spin. This deck was built, or I should say, I can't speak to how it was built or what purpose it was built for, but the purpose I use it for is to counteract decks that flood the board. Primarily, the Thanos Lockjaw archetype. This deck has a lot of game against that deck. 5 games on the back end that we're going to show are going to be me playing against the pioneer of the Thanos Lockjaw deck, the Human Spider, and I went 4-1 in those games. One thing to note, though, is if that deck includes Leech, your play patterns change significantly. So it's not like this is a free hard counter deck to the Thanos deck, but it is a great place to start if you're looking for something that's good into the Thanos deck. So what we have here is a Sera deck incorporating Zabu as well as the Hazmat and Luke Cage combo. I believe Jerry Thompson was the first person who told me, like, hey, you should just put Hazmat and Luke Cage in your decks. They are good 2-drops, and you should just play them like that. But that advice sort of fell on deaf ears until a member of the KMBest Discord by the name of Les started putting this together. And what I really like about it is it matches the curve I feel like a Sera deck should have. So you have your 3 4-drops to go with Zabu. It's hard to find that third 4-drop if you're playing a different Sera list. You end up playing things like White Queen, for example, which isn't really big enough, or you end up playing Darkhawk, which wants a 4th 4-drop in the form of Rock Slide, messes up your curve a little bit. So you have the other thing that I really like about this, it includes Killmonger, Shang-Chi, and Enchantress, and that is just a great way to be prepared for everything. You have Scarlet Witch, who is a great card to minimize your downside risk. You have Luke Cage, who I think should get special attention in battle mode, because anytime a location like Negative Zone pops up and you have Luke Cage, that is almost a free win on that location. It is a really good way to mitigate the downside. And I guess the other reason I really like this deck, and this is more personal to me, is I just love Sera decks. I love playing them. There's a reason that my avatar on Twitter and Twitch is me as Sera. I love playing Sera decks. I love her. I love how she plays. A+. Great job with this card, Second Dinner. I've been playing her through the nerfs, and this is a great way to use her power to counteract some of the big top-end Thanos decks. So you have, things like Killmonger for when they go wide with the stones. You have Hazmat and Luke Cage for when they go wide with the stones. You have Enchantress to turn off their armor so you can Killmonger them. You have Shang-Chi to kill their big guys if they're playing one of the bigger Lockjaw decks. You just generally have a lot of game in that matchup. And because you're playing so many of these tech cards, you have a lot of game in a lot of matchups, a surprising amount of matchups. Now, there are going to be some games where, for example, you draw a Typhoid Mary and you don't draw either of the ways to turn it off in the form of Enchantress or Luke Cage. And those games are tough to navigate. There's going to be games where you draw Hazmat without Luke Cage. There's going to be games where you have to sort of play through your deck clunking a little bit, and that is non-zero. One card that does deserve special attention in this list is Lizard. This is the best Lizard deck I've played in terms of how good he is. Important thing to note is that, if you play Luke Cage, he doesn't ever lose his power, so he's just always a 2/5. The same is true as if you Enchantress his lane. One of the things you're going to be wanting to think about a lot as you play this list is how you plan to curve out. That is the one notable weakness that I've found in the list. So, for example, I might end up replacing Maximus with Polaris at some point in time because it is much easier for me to want to play Polaris on turn 3. Also because Polaris gives you a tiny amount of game against Galactus that this deck otherwise lacks, right? So if you are playing against Galactus and they Galactus you, your plan is mostly, I really hope Shang-Chi is good. But if you're playing against Galactus and you can Polaris it, I think that might be a little bit better. The other issue that Maximus causes is a lot of the time you don't want to be playing Killmonger on turn 3. You do want to have a card that you want to play on turn 3. I've just been playing Maximus anyway, but if you don't want to feel like you're giving your opponent free stuff, I think Polaris is a great substitute for that. As far as substitutes go, this deck sort of is a well-oiled machine. There are not a lot of easy subs. For example, if you don't have Zabu, I don't know if you want to play this deck. I think you probably want to play something that's a little lighter on the 4-drops, which means you don't want to play Typhoid Mary, which means maybe you don't want to do the Luke Cage Hazmat thing, which means you're kind of playing an entirely different deck, right? So in terms of flex slots, the major ones I think are Scarlet Witch and Maximus, and that's kind of where I would go if I wanted to change this deck and make it my own. Again, I wouldn't be shocked if Polaris was just straight up better than Maximus, but I am also probably the biggest Polaris fanboy on the entirety of planet Earth. So right now, I'm enjoying this list a lot. I hope you pick it up too and enjoy it as well. I hope everyone who has been looking for a Luke Cage and Hazmat deck that actually does work, I think this is the closest you're going to get. I've been pretty down on Luke Cage and Hazmat, but this gets somewhere. And I'm very proud to say that this came out of my Discord, and that's super cool. So that's it from me for now. The gameplay will be coming right after this. It's going to be 5 games of Thanos, of this deck versus Thanos against the Human Spider, one of the best Thanos players in the world. And then maybe one blooper of me winning like a turn 3 game where I snapped and they just left because they were afraid. We're not really sure. But thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like, subscribe, turn those notifications on. Give me dopamine. I crave it. I do this all for the dopamine. So thank you so much. Hit those buttons. I'll catch you in the next one.
KMBest in a snap.
The response, Mohagan, was... Ah, the rematch. Let's go. Get the fuck out of my chat. Leave. Leave. You have to leave. Leave. Vamonos. If you want content from the Human Spider, this sounds like fucking self-promo, but the actual best place to get content from the Human Spider is my fucking Discord for reasons unknown to anybody. But he's really active in there. He did a guide on Thanos on SnapFan. But I just arrived here? Oh, no. Okay, we do have the ability to monger some kills. I think this is probably better for them than it is for me. All right. That's annoying. That's really annoying. I guess. Nothing we're doing feels very convincing to me, and they're gonna play around Shang-Chi at this point, right? Space down. Yikes. This is a tough... I think maybe what we learned here is don't blow the Killmonger early. What we learned here is get fucked, idiot. Reality is often disappointing. Oh, man. That's great. Wait, they snap? I guess because they're still pulling stuff and they have a Quinjet? I don't know, though. That seems a little sussy to me. How do we win? Because, like, I feel like they're expecting a Shang in the middle. Which means I feel like we need to win the middle without Shang. But I don't know if we can do that. I don't know. Maybe we just hope they roll bullshit. Maybe we just hope they roll complete bullshit, right? Okay, they flushed away my Luke Cage, which is actually pretty damn good. Because that would have been really good for them here. Typhoid gets flushed away too. They get an armor. Oh shit, we win! We did it again! Chat, we fucking did it again! We fucking did it again. We're the greatest player to ever live. For the second game in a row, Thanos eating it to the Toxic Sera deck. Exactly what we wanted to happen. Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. All right. Man. Shang OP? Yeah, he is. I was trying to figure out what we were supposed to do here, right? This is actually worth talking about. Let's break this down, chat. Your hair looks like Cypher PK. I've heard that before. I guarantee I bench more than he does. So we have the Shang middle, but I figured that's the lane you'd obviously play armor on if you had it. So playing it here was like, you don't have armor. And playing it here was, I think this is where you thought I would play it. I figured you would expect me to play it on the Sacred Timeline, which is why you moved that over there, and you were like, I'm going to make him choose, right? And since this is such an obvious place, you expected me to go here. But I kind of figured there was no actual way for me to beat the 20. Except with the Shang. So I made the level 1 play instead. I made the play that was just like, I hope their lockjaw rolls suck ass, right? About 10 years too late on that cut, Macklemore. Damn, what a cutting fucking burn, bro. You nailed it. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. You got any other references from 2012 you want to make? You gonna hit me with like a thechive.com joke next? Jesus Christ. Just your haircut? I feel like you can do better, dude. Like, pretty middling. Does Toxic Sera being a good deck have any relation to the recent string of Whoa. See, when they snap on this shit, it means they have Lockjaw. This is really frustrating, because I want to be clear right now. I would leave if this was, like, a real game. But my human games are so rare that I'm going to stick this one out. Because that means they have, like, some broken Lockjaw shit. We should absolutely leave a game. Damn, that's hateful. Fuck. This deck is so far 2-0 against the human spider on Thanos. But, you know, we'll see. Do I, like, play Maximus to draw him good cards? Is that my out here? Like, am I actually just being like, here, draw things that aren't stones before you play the cards that draw you shit, right? Get big cards into your hand. That's what I'm saying. Get big cards into your hand, please. You know, 1 on the sides and a 17 on the top. Post a picture. Post a picture of yourself, bro. Talk shit, post fit. Let me see what you look like. Imgur.com, baby. Hit me with it. That's a good way to get sent goat seat. Man, I've been on the internet long enough. It's not the first time. You have no lizard variant? Correct. You think it's the first time I've been sent fucking goatsy? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Is it going? It's going good. Boom, a bunch of bullshit. You've not drawn Luke Cage a single time. That's true, but that actually speaks to the efficacy of Hazmat even without the cage, right? Oh, shit! This guy's been mad at my hair since last year. Yo, the first message he ever sent in my chat was in November. He said, your haircut is half decent, half atrocious. None of this shit. Enough with the bullshit. We have to actually talk about the game. No chat bullshit during this game. Damn, that's really fucking good. Shit! That's also really fucking good. Then again, we have a Scarlet Witch, they have an armor. Chat needs some positivity, B. Gotta get that positivity. I can't do a good Brendan Schaub. Haven't been hitting the head enough. I'm not playing a fucking card. Weird spot. But we have Enchantress in the deck, and we're basically telegraphing, hey, I have Enchantress here, and I think he might be scared of it. We should leave here. I'm going to stay in for content. How well do you think Deathwave does against Galactus? It depends entirely on if you drew your Disruption or not. There was a while where I was playing Debris and Deathwave just to deal with Galactus. Armor Prio. It's possible, but I think, you know, they'd have to have a pretty hard read. Is it just like 2 stones and an armor? Oh, it's just a bunch of stones. Fair enough. I see no reason to play a card here. There's not a single card we can't play next turn. Right? Every other card in the deck is 4. If it's 4, it'll cost 2 with Zabu. If it's 3, it'll cost 2 with Zabu. We'll miss out on 1 card if we draw 3 or 4. I'm glad you liked it, Rickster. Prio for arrow, but it's not like we're going to take that anyway. We just need to fill up whatever lane they would arrow us to, right? Magento! Wait, they just... Okay. The armor's over there now. The sunspot's here. Alright, so what are we doing? Okay. You'd arrow us to here, right? Which means we probably are losing on the arrow. But what can you do? I'm willing to find out, right? There's the arrow. We're gonna win off the Luke Cage, actually. We win off Luke Cage Hazmat, or at least, no, we don't win off it. We go even on the Baxter, right? Because Hazmat, we go even on the Baxter and then win the tiebreaker. We're so fucking talented, dude! Another one! Another one! Another one! Another fucking dub! 4 in a row. Armor misplay? I believe you, actually. Is Arrow a bad card? I'm about to fucking clickbait the shit out of this, bro. I'm about to clickbait like a motherfucker. We're clickbaiting forever. I will never stop clickbaiting. You can't make me. A 5th game against the Human Spider. Get out of my chat. Leave. You gotta leave my chat, Human Spider. For those who are unaware, Intellectual is the Human Spider. I feel like at this point he might be sniping me, because we were spending a little time talking. Is this guy a stream sniper? It's possible, but like he doesn't watch it. He just snipes the queue sometimes. He's done it before. But like, we can just do a battle mode if that's how you feel. He's someone I test with. I don't really mind that much. Okay, they got another snap going. Wave and no death. It's just a way of limiting your opponent's equity, right? I'm tempted to play the Killmonger now. I think I kind of have to, actually. It's unfortunate, but... Oh, we got him out there. Leech doing work, but we got the Killmonger out there in time. We got the Killmonger out there. That mattered a lot. That mattered a lot. Damn. That Leech was good. I think that beats us. And this is a great game to put on there at the end, where it shows that we kind of get checkmated by early leeches. Typhoid drew too late? No, it's actually that Luke Cage got turned off. Let's rock it. Bar Sinister. Very interesting for us in this context. We might end up Scarlet Witching that bar. I don't think our deck does things that are very good into it. I'll put a lizard down here. We need a place to play the Sera. Windy with the Prime resub. Holy shit, man. Thank you so much. Yo, we got an Enchantress! Let's go! We got an Enchantress in there. Morbius Bar Sinister, baby. Oh my god. Let's fucking go. Okay, so we win that. How do we win the rest? Do we put a Hazmat in here? So we T6 Hazmat Enchantress the bar. Oh, fuck, that's it. That's the move, right? Actually, that's not even that good. Let's get rid of this Nidavellir. I don't have a Shang-Chi in hand. I would like to get rid of the Nidavellir. I'm going to snap. And, okay. See, the issue with the snap is basically that, right? Like, just leaves. And now I can't put this on my YouTube video.